Hi, folks. How you doing? Darron Stewart here with Stewart Stewart Attorneys. Of course, Nick Wagner with me too. And we like to talk about some of the calls and questions we get from clients. People call in with questions all the time, trying to answer them. We often get calls from people who were injured on a business property, injured at a business location, and they're not exactly sure what to do. A lot of times that's a slip and fall type case where they haven't properly removed snow or ice, or there's a liquid substance on the floor of the store that they don't see when they're walking, and they fall and get hurt pretty bad. So what are your thoughts about that, Nick?
Well, that's a good question. And just to be clear, we know that anytime you're injured on someone else's property and, it was their fault for one reason or another, that falls under personal injury law. That's what we do. That's all we do. And so to go back to the question is, I usually have three questions. What happened, where did it happen, and how did it happen? And the answers to those questions will lead us to the law, which says that the property owner has to exercise reasonable care while you're on their property. And that could be an apartment complex, it could be a grocery store, it could be a car dealership. And slip and falls, obviously in Indiana we get a lot of ice and snow, and that's a big one that we see most often.
Yeah. In those often let's say it's a strip mall type thing, and someone is on the side. They've just left the parking lot on the sidewalk to enter a store, and the ice or snow wasn't cleared properly. And many times you need to name the property owner, but they're not going to be the ones on the hook because they have a contract that indemnifies them or takes the fault away from them and puts it onto the snow removal company who
Right.
may have failed to do their job. And if you don't find out who that is and don't pursue that, then you may be giving up your rights. So it can get tricky in that regard.
And you have very limited time in which to find all that out. All the more reason to contact an attorney, ask those questions. Let's see what we can do to help you and get a fair shake for you at the end of the day. So if you have any questions, give us a call.